Hi everybody, it's Kelly here at Don't Run with Scissors, my little channel here on Flosstube on Yoo-hoo. Lord, that just tells you where my brain is at right now. This is actually take 2 because I hit the wrong button and deleted myself. Yep, only me. So it's Martin Luther King Day, and I had the best of intentions of things to do. Things I wanted to start today, and some other stuff. I got none of it done. Not a damn thing. Because my annual I get sicker than a dog respiratory infection from hell decided, I thought maybe just 1 year, it wouldn't come. It started to hit this weekend and I felt it coming and I did what I could to try and stave it off, but no luck. It hit me hard last night. Hit me even, harder today. I have slept most of the day. That is very unlike me. I'm not even a take a nap kind of person unless I'm sick. So I have napped most of the day. I got up and I switched out the laundry. The dishes. I switched out the dishes in the dishwasher at my friend's house. I fell asleep on his couch and he let me sleep until I came home. It was about 6:30 at night. It is now 9:30. And that's the longest I've been awake all day. And I'm ready for bed. And I will probably sleep through the night. I even did a breathing treatment with a nebulizer to try and get things kind of, my lungs were really tight. So it's not COVID. I already know that. Like this literally happens this time of year every year. Like on the Facebook memories, you can see like, yep, it. And I don't know why. Like, what is it about this time of year? Like, so yeah. So again, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my channel, Don't Run with Scissors, where we talk about triathlons, cross-stitching, knitting, crochet, what else? Sewing, my dogs, my kids, my Jeep, my bike, and whatever else I feel like talking. Because I can. So it's episode 20. I think it's 20. If it's not, I'll have the right number down below. If you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you don't like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. You don't ever have to watch me again, even if you hit the subscribe button. But it just helps, and it makes me feel better when the little thing says so-and-so subscribe to your channel. It's just a little boost in my self-esteem, and maybe that's just all we need these days. As you can notice, the wall is still not painted, and the curtain rod is still not straight, and the things are not on the board. Now, Bean told me for Christmas she was going to straighten my curtain. Actually, I asked her if for Christmas she would straighten the curtain rod and put on the baseboards. She did say she would. Okay. I love my children, but here's where I'm going to say this. Bean is more like a boy child, the stereotype of a boy child, and the boy child is more like a typical girl. There, I said what I said. I said what I said. Bean is very mechanical, but you have to keep reminders. She's like the absent-minded professor mechanical. Which is fine. I love it. I love my daughter. Don't get me wrong. My son is whiny and emotional. The funny part is Bean's a science major, and it's very apparent why. My son is a music major, and it's very apparent why. We've been playing the French horn again. By we, I actually mean my son is playing it, and I'm sitting here guessing what the hell he's trying to play, because I don't know. Because remember, I thought he was playing the Carpenters, and turns out it was Barbra Streisand. You'd never know that I went to undergrad on a choir scholarship. I did. I sang for a majority of my life and had a scholarship for choir. And yeah, the ironic thing, I can't read music. Can't. I play it like I sing. I have to hear you play my part and then I sing it. That's how I do things. That's how we get through life. So, so yeah, I don't know. I had to print off a piece for the boy child. No idea. None. None. But I'll clap every time he finishes if that's what it takes. Because the boy child has decided that he likes cabbage. He makes I baked cabbage the other day because Polish. And he had made, it was left over from when he made the cabbage rolls, which were so good. He mixed it with chili powder and put it on a grilled cheese sandwich. He liked it. That's the boy child. So, oh, my new best thing. So I have a Keurig at my house and at the office. It's just easier. And I bought the Donut Shop. Has K-Cups, and they're the company is literally called the Donut Shop, and it's the vanilla cream puff ones. And then I add a little French vanilla creamer to it. It's very yummy. So that's my new best thing.
The spring keeps getting stuck in the spring's blackberries.
Well, there's 2 other ones under the sink that you could fill up.
I'm just telling you.
So yeah, so coffee, very good. So the little dog, this is funny. So sometimes I'll let the 2 dogs sleep with me in the bed. More often than not, they're sleeping in the bed with me, which really I shouldn't be doing because I sleep better without them. But they're spoiled. So the little dog is a dachshund. She's a dachshund mix. We think she's mixed miniature pinscher with dachshund, which she's adorable, so I don't really care. She's like this little chunky butt, and she's got the little dachshund feet that stick kind of out most of the time, and she wiggles. So she burrows because that's a dachshund trait. I did not know this before owning a dachshund. Whatever. I love my dog. She's not going anywhere. She's a ride. So she burrows under the blankets. And she's got to sleep like right next to me because she's also codependent. So the other day she sticks her head out of the blanket. And I decided, and then Lizzie, my big dog, my king, she's a King Corso. And I know I'm saying that wrong, so whatever. She's a big old dog. So the big dog and the little dog are on the bed, and the big dog lays her head up closer to me, but on the other side of Maisie. So I reach over and I'm petting her. Maisie throws a hissy fit, gets out of the blanket, turns herself around, and burrows back underneath the blanket so that her butt is sticking out at me. Yes, I really have furry toddlers. They're a hot mess, but I love them. Yeah. So, it's Martin Luther King Day. I hope you guys all did something of service. I like that. I like having I like having a day off from the courts, to be honest with you. Usually I I do some sort of volunteer service today, but I also use the day to sort of catch up anything in my office that I need to file this week. I need, I take time to make sure it's all prepped and everything right. So I was supposed to do that today. I slept. Did I say I slept? I slept. Um, I'm so bad I Instacarted. Is that a word? Instacarted. I used the Instacart to order groceries yesterday. And the girl was very nice when she delivered them and everything. And where my house is, sometimes the Google map will have you kind of circling my block, really. And it doesn't really recognize where my place is. And it did it to her. So she calls and I'm like, yeah, it's got the red Jeep. She goes, oh, okay. Everybody recognizes the red Jeep. So, which I got to remember to take George to the shop this week because he's got a belt that's making a horrible noise. So I want to get that taken care of before it snaps, because then that's just a whole lot of horribleness. So the Instacart lady substituted my Diet Coke with Coke Zero. It's not the same. I mean, my son and I went and read the label. It's safe. It used to be that Coke Zero was the one that contains Splenda, but it doesn't anymore. It's aspartame. It doesn't taste the same. It's not the same. So today's video is not brought to you by Diet Coke, which makes me sad. And if you're the Coke company watching my video and would like to sponsor me, it's Diet Coke that I like, not Coke Zero. But I still I tipped the Instacart lady. She was very sweet about a lot of things, and really and truly, it was great. So, okay. Let's talk about some stitching, because that's really why we're all here, right? I mean, I didn't stitch today. I'm tired after I shoot this video. If I don't hit the wrong button and this is it, I'm literally going to upload it and go to bed. Or put it through the process cycling things and upload it. Okay. The first thing I'm going to show you, I don't remember if I showed you last week that I had finished it. I don't remember when in the week I finished it, because I know I showed it on Stitch Life magazine. I'm part of the Happy Hour, which is loads of fun because it's me and 5 other people and we're all funny. At least I think we're all funny. And we've all got kind of different styles, and some of us are working on same projects, but they look totally different, and it's kind of, it's cool. So sometimes I don't remember if I showed them to you and on Stitch Life, or like if I'm missing one. So forgive the first one, it might be a repeat from last week. But I did the Hello from Liz Matthews. This is really showing up funky. Let's see. It's on white Ada, and it's 3 shades of purple with the dark green. I really like that. I'm going to turn that into a little pillow. I had thought I was going to do a little flat fold, but I don't think I have the border, enough border to do like a little flat fold. Maybe I do. We'll see. Okay. So the next thing I did, the pattern was gifted to me in my Stitch of Kindness. Remember I talked about it? By Stitching in Color. I want to say that's her Instagram name. And I'll link her below, her Instagram. She is one of the sweetest women I have met through all of this. And her stitching, some of her stitching, it's mind-boggling. She's doing a self-portrait of herself. She's got her, and I think it's her aunt, could be her cousin. They both stitch. She has turned a picture of her father playing Santa Claus into a stitch. Um, and some other really, really cool things. But what's also really fun is she's found a few samplers done by African American children, little girls, and she's been stitching those. And to learn from her and the knowledge that she has just been, and just getting to know her has been just an awesome thing. So if you're not friends with her or following her on Instagram, you are really missing out. And I would highly encourage you, once I link it below, to go check her Instagram out. I don't know that she has a Flosstube, and if she doesn't, she needs to start one. She is in the Friday Off the Grid Facebook group, and I forget whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm really bad about knowing. I'm bad about knowing what Facebook groups I'm in, let alone trying to keep track of somebody else's. Like, I don't know. So she sent this pattern, and I had to alter it because I did it on the white Ada, because that's what I had, and I didn't want to dye anything, but I wanted to get it stitched up because it's so cute. So I finished him. So I changed this on the bright blue. This is stitched white. So are his eyeballs. Where here I just outlined the brim of his hat and stuff. And this is done in white on the bright blue. And then the green, that's actually a white bow on the. So it had to convert a little bit, but super, super cute. He's going to make such a cute little ornament on my tree next year. He's going to be. Because how cute is he? Cute. That cracks me up. Absolutely cracks me up. It was such a fun stitch. It is available on Etsy, and I will try to remember to link that below as well. But we all know how I am about linking below. So if you want to know and I forget to link it below, just leave me a message. I'll answer you. I'll grab it and answer you. Okay, so this is now a finish because I don't like it. I didn't like what I was stitching, so I'm going to change it. But this is, I'm doing the 3 Small Words by Lizzie Kate, which I think are very sweet. So there's Be Kind. This is blowing out like crazy. Okay, let me grab this. Okay. It is a funky, like caramely tan color. Can't really tell. Maybe right there. This little. I really suck at this. Okay, so it's this weird caramely color, which is about what the pattern calls for, and these are the called for DMC. It's way too like 80s country colored looking for me. I don't like it. If you like it, that's great, and I'm glad. I am going to, so I cut it off. I put the tan fabric back in my fabrics for other purposes. I'm going to restart it on white, and I'm going to color convert it so that it's a little bit more of a beachy vibe, because that's more my aesthetic. A lot of them have a lot of flowers. I might change the flowers out even to maybe like little seashells or seagulls, depending on what like the 7 or 8 of them are. We'll see, because I'm not really a flowery kind of decorator. So that's now a finish. I have no idea what I'm going to finish it into, but I'll take it as a finish because I'm doing Stitch from Stash, and that at least will balance out my shopping. I'm just saying. So yesterday, the next installment of the Stitchotomy winter sale, which was free, but I think you had to sign up for it, so I'm not sure if you can still get it for free. Her next part dropped yesterday. I did manage to, I think that was probably just about the only stitching I did, to be honest with you. I was pretty tired yesterday too. And still trying to get stuff done. Saturday I actually got a lot done, but it was like this weird push to get stuff done because I knew I was getting sick. So I have eliminated 2 rows of um, different snowflakes because I don't really like snowflakes. I don't really, well, I like snowflakes, don't get me wrong. I like snowflakes, I don't like snow. But I think there's like 3 more drops, so I should be able to put in a couple, like a row or 2 of the snowflakes back in. Um, so we'll see. I'm curious to know what her next, like I'm thinking maybe cocoa mugs would be, like mugs of cocoa would be really cute in there. And then it's winter, so I can't imagine that there's going to be presents. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. I am using DMC 107. It's a red variegated out of my stash to try and use up more from stash. Yeah. So then I'm doing the steady thread sew along or stitch along, and it's black work, and they're beautiful flowers, and you're given like 3 or 4 options on how you want your layout. Well, I picked the garden one because I thought it was really cool, and I thought since the black work is all flowers, that would be really cool. And I have somebody in mind that I was thinking for next, for next year, it would make a pretty gift for this person. But here's my problem. I don't know. I have taken out part of the frame, the outside border frame, several, like twice now. And I think I'm going to have to rip it out a third time, or I may have to rip it all out, which really would suck. Because, well, like this lines up right, and this lines up right, and this lines up right, and so does it here and here. But then I went to throw this one in, and it's not lining up right. Because this band goes here like this, and it's not right. That's all I can tell you. It's not right. And I want to cry because I can't figure out where. So for now, because I know that part of it is I don't have the mental energy right now to deal with it. I'm setting it aside, but I'm going to have to come back to it very soon because otherwise I'm going to get too far behind in the sale and I'm going to be like, not doing it. I know me well enough to know that that's what's going to happen to it because it has a piece every week. And so right now I'm already missing 2 flower squares on there. And I'm just, so if it gets much farther, I'm going to be like, not happening. The other thing that I've stitched on, okay, so there's a reason why I'm so far behind, like that I haven't gotten a lot of other stitching done, and you'll see why. But this is the Stitch Life magazine's subscription box or stitchy box. This is a pattern with Penelope called Plant Love 2021 by, and the design itself is by Chirp and Whimsy on on Instagram. Dana has named her Penelope. She's adorable. She's got crazy blue hair, which I think is funny. There are half stitches in here, so I'm stitching it on 14 count Eta. So the half stitches are kind of in the behind. But she's a fun, bright. The colors are just really bright and vibrant. And they come on these cute little floss drops. I mean, the colors are, well, that's blowing out. Let's see. Is that better for you guys? So they're beautiful colors. It's a beautiful design. It's a fun stitch. I'm just hoping next time Dana doesn't do so many half stitches. Not that there's not a lot, but I like patterns that don't have them. I know. If I get to pick for myself what I'm stitching, I'm not gonna stitch a bunch of stitches. Okay, so and then it comes in the little. I keep it in my little bag that came in the box. Like literally everything you need, including the needles. The only thing that would have been missing is a little pair of scissors. Everything you want is in that box. In those boxes, there's still some available. And in fact, the little candle that came in it, because I did the opening, I have it unlidded. I have it opened. And it's sitting here on my table and it smells like it's not, it's a nice scent. It's a very clean, it was clean linen, I think is the scent. Um, it's a very nice, it doesn't bother my head. Definitely, it's a good box. Like, I've never had a subscription box or like something like that. So it was kind of fun from that aspect. Um, but I would definitely like, I would do it. I would do it again. Okay. In the meantime, okay. If you are a designer of a cell, could you please not torture us by starting off center or not in a corner? Because I have two cells. I have the Magic Kingdom cell from the Cunning Cross Stitch group, and No Planet B from Cloud Factory. Both of them are a monthly drop, so I'm okay. Like I would like to get both squares done this weekend. One of the things I wanted to do today that, because I was sleeping, I did not get done. I wanted to at least mark the center and figure out where the first block goes, because the first block in the No Planet B is two animals at a tree, and I'm not sure how to say the one, and I forget what the other one is called. But the one looks like a weird zebra eat. It's an okapi, and I forget what the other little animal is. But they don't go directly in the center. And this is a big piece. And I know I allowed myself a little bit extra, like a 3-inch all the way around border extra. Um, but I know that like everything now is going to be based off that square in where it goes, and I'm going to be totally paranoid until I know for sure I have it enough room on all of the borders. The same thing with the Magic Kingdom one from Cunning Cross Stitch. I left enough border based on the type of, I actually left extra border on this one. But again, the first square is Ariel, and it's not exactly square. It's actually not square at all. And it's off center. It's not quite in center. So again, I'm going to have my anxiety going until I know for sure that I'm not like way off the mark on where she's supposed to be. Okay, so my WIPCO board goals. This is the 2 focuses that I was supposed to have this month. I'm going to have to adjust my WIPCO board. I put in a lot of big goals, which I think is good. Like, you should have big goals, but I think I need to balance it out with smaller ones, because for this month, the 2 numbers, I left my free space a free space. So I had 2 goals. One is to finish Barbara Anna's Santa's Travels, which I did get, I'm making good progress on. And if I wasn't stitching a million other pieces or that, I'd probably be even farther, because it's 9 blocks and it's that really pretty berry border. If I didn't have like 19,000 cells going, that would help. So this is one of them, my WIPCO goal. It's supposed to be finished this month because that was the number that was drawn, and that's my goal for this piece. Now, technically the number's been drawn. I have a year to be able to then cross it off my board, but I feel like I should have gotten farther this month. Now we're only on the 17th. I've got like, what, 13 more days, 12 more days to really stitch. But with inauguration and other cells and stuff, I'm just feeling like the other thing that I was supposed to do is get the entire frame done for Bean's periodic elements table. Now, I wish I knew how to put in a picture, because there is no way that you're going to be able to see this, but I have pictures of the kids holding this up. It is actually taller than both of my children, or right around, it's right around the same height, because they're 5'5", they're both about 5'5", 5'6". I'm the short one in the house. And it took both of them holding it across, but I am making fantastic progress on it. And then this black line actually, it's my middle point of the periodic element table. It is all the way across, and all of the squares are marked, so I know where they go. So I've just got to get it gridded, the grid done. But that's supposed to be done in 13 days. Like, that's my WIPGO goal for the year on this. I also would like to get at least start putting in the elements. So we'll see, because again, I think I need to revisit some of my WIPGO goals for the year, or goals for the year. And like one of the months, it's I want to get all of my Lady of the Flag's dress done. She's got a big dress. It's a big dress. And I think I put in there another memorabilia. Oh, here's the other thing that I've got 2 more things that I did work on. So I pulled out, it's been snowing here, and I'm a little behind. I owe it a couple more days, because on days that it snowed, there were times where wherever I wasn't feeling the love for working on this project. Or I was in the middle of I think I might have been in the middle of trying to figure out the periodic table. But this is Nora Corbett's, or Mirabilia's, this is Rudolph. So I got the rest of the green, and I started to fill in more of his head yesterday. I probably only put in maybe 20 stitches yesterday on this, because it snowed, and I don't have as far as I know, there's no. I got the idea of having the Snow Day project from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I don't think that there's you have to work on it so many hours that day or anything else rule. So I did pull it out and get those stitches in there yesterday. It snowed again today. And I'm going to bed after this is done. I'm exhausted, so, and need to feel better. So then I did do some knitting. I keep this one in my bike bag from 31 that my friend Sheila gave me. I love this bag. I love this bag, and it is perfect for my little knitting of the socks. So I keep my needles in there. I have 3 needles in there. Okay, well, apparently I need to find the other needles. But I have I'm to the toe, or like I'm doing the foot. I have the heel done. Now I've got to do down to the toes. I've got about another 3 inches or so that I need to knit before I can, maybe 2.5 inches before I can do the toe in the hamburger socks. So I will probably I'll get through the brown, or at least most of it. I doubt I'm going to get any red on this sock. So the next sock may start with whatever brown, well, it will start with whatever brown is left over. And then the red, I'm not sure in a pair of socks that I'm actually going to get to the green, which is kind of sad. So again, I have another spool like this, or another thing like this. What I'm going to do on the next time is separate the colors and then join them back so that all of the socks will actually have a top bun and a bottom bun color, because it bothers me. It bothers me. Who only has half a bun on their burger? So I'll have they'll be different, but whatever. My son has seen them. He thinks they're awesome. He's willing to wear them. with Joann's having the sale yesterday, and it may have been even today. There's my other that needs to go in there. It may have been today. I picked up a couple more sock yarns for pretty cheap, and then I also picked up a mammoth um, spool of DMC 310 because huge ass projects that require lots of 310. And then I picked up a light and dark gray. I think it's light and medium gray spools to do the modern folk embroidery sale this year. And then I'm going to add in pops of color for like the bowl of fruit and things like that. I think that's how I want, that's in my brain right now, how I finally decided how I want to do it. I had the fabric cut. I'm just waiting for my order. Okay, so we're going to keep working on that. I have the Martin Luther King sampler from Stone Street that I want to start. The Ask Not Sal with Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and then Clay from Stitch Life and I are doing. There's another one. I'm doing the one for February. I'm going to do Harriet Tubman, and the one from actually there's two from Fat Quarter Shop. One is the Stronger Together, which they're going to donate money to the to the United Negro College Fund. And then the Serendipity one from Fat Quarter Shop, where they are donating to Make-A-Wish. And then I have some little Valentine's Day things, that patterns. I'm really trying to get in, like, to enjoy Valentine's Day. It is generally not a weekend that, or a holiday that I celebrate. My kids, like, I've done very little, even when they were growing up. I mean, we always did the classroom Valentine's Day thing, but it's never been a holiday that I look forward to. And I'm really trying to kind of grow past that. Is that the right way to say that? I want to be able to enjoy that weekend. I want to look at things, and so I ordered the It's So Emma, You're Just My Type with the old antique typewriter because I think that's absolutely adorable. I have from Frosted Pumpkin for the first time ever. I ordered from Frosted Pumpkin, and I ordered We Go Together, and it's a fried egg and bacon. That's So Kelly on her website has a free, it's the most adorable little bunny and hearts. So I downloaded that. I have the little wagon, like the old radio flyer wagon pattern with the hearts in it. I'll link all of those below because they're all, yeah. So I have a couple patterns, so I want to get those done before Valentine's Day. So here's what I realized in the last little bit here on Flosstube. So when I first joined Flosstube and started watching it, everybody has a dough bowl. I didn't have a dough bowl. I didn't even know what a dough bowl was. Honest. I was like, what? What are they talking about? So then I was like, shit, I need a dough bowl. Well, I found a ceramic one that I liked, and I put little things in that now. But now the dough bowl seems to be out, and now we're moving on to tiered trays. Is that what we're doing? Like, is this like, I have a tiered tray. It's an antique one I picked up at a rummage sale that's totally adorable. But what happened to the dough bowl? Or do I need both? Could somebody answer these questions? These really are like stressing me out. Because it's weird. Like, what? I don't know. I'm still working on trying to get the stupid things up and paint my wall from when I ripped down the cabinets and stuff. But, you know, that wallpaper is actually kind of growing on me. That's how I know I'm exhausted. That wallpaper is like from the 70s. It is horrible. There were actually 3 layers of that like various 80s type wallpaper in here, and I have managed to knock out most of it. Okay, so here's the other thing that I want to start. And it's actually on my WIPGO board. I don't remember what the goal is for it offhand. I'll have to look. But if you all remember, I have One Nation Under God with that glorious white. Look at that. Look at that. And I think Creative with Gidge is starting this for the inauguration, and that had been my plan. One of the things I wanted to start that day. Because again, 2021 for me is now start all the things because I flunked out of no new starts. Whatever. And I'm in semi-scene stitchers, and I have it written, but I have to like do all the stitches to get to Iceland or get around Iceland. And I'm in school magical stitches, and we're doing, I think it's magical stitches. We're doing the Percy Jackson, so we have to do the we're building cabins for the different gods. Is that, or am I spelling out demigods? So I'm actually using a lot of that, the periodic table. We figured out that I can double dip between the two groups with the periodic table, and that. So, but anyways, back to this. So I want to start this. So, it is so pretty. There we go. So pretty. So here's the funniest part about this. So I was like, oh my God, it's huge, right? And I'm reading it 52.23 wide by 49.21 high. Okay. So 53 by 50 high and wide. I'm like, shit, that's a lot of fabric. That's a lot of fabric. Now, granted, the periodic element table is 60 high by like 72 wide. Might be 84. She's a big girl. The periodic table is beyond big. She's bigger than a bat. Okay. So I was like, whatever. So when I ordered fabric from Rita, I knew I needed a really, really big piece. And I didn't want it on white. So I have gray, and I have the 16 count. Now it's supposed to be on oatmeal rustico, whatever. I don't know what that is, but I kind of want to get a little bit of modeling in this, and I'm not sure, but I don't know. Anyways, so I ordered this big, huge piece. So then it comes in, because I'm thinking inches. I live in America, okay? I live in Michigan, and I'm dingy sometimes. So I read that. I'm like, holy shit, this thing is going to be big. Where am I going to put another big project? Like, there's only so many room between my house and my office, you know. No, guys, I'm an idiot. That's the bottom line on that. I'm an idiot because it's done in centimeters. It's 53 centimeters by 42 or by 50 centimeters. Centimeters are much smaller than inches. That's why when I sign, I do Kelly. Because Kelly's stupid. I don't sign a whole lot, but that was always, I mean, I know a few things. This is Turtle. My goal is to get better with signing. So that's why I love to watch Creative with Gidge, because she signs on most of her Flosstubes. And she's funny too. So go watch her. There was another stitcher who signed, but she hasn't put out videos in a long time. And it kind of makes me sad, because I feel vested. I know it's strange. Okay, so this is also getting started on Inauguration Day. And it's in my beautiful. So I've decided that I love. Okay, so I love this bag from Lynn X Stitches on Instagram. I love this bag. It's beautifully made. It is. It's gorgeous. It's my RBG bag. So I'm always going to keep something patriotic or activist in this bag. Bobby has this bag. I think it's Bobby. Bobby, is this the bag you have that you pulled out the other day? I know Janet Jabber has this bag. Hey, Janet. Um, that's what I've decided is going to go in my bag. If you can grab one of Lynn's bags, like I throw together like little easy ones for myself because they're just me or for the like my kids are starting. Mars came out for Beans Sal. It's so pretty. I want to stitch it too. But I'll let the girls stitch it. But this bag is just, it's glorious. Like, I wish that I had the budget to buy like 75 of these, maybe 100. I have a lot of projects. I have a lot of whips. Yes, I will do a whip parade. I'm just going to do ones that I've already started because I have several that are on my whip list that are just kits that I haven't been able to put a stitch in yet. But yeah, I have all the DMCs. I got the DMCs rather than the week's dye works just because budget and time. So this I think is going to be my my start. One of them, again, one of them, because I also have the Asnot sampler. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. What else? That's really about it. That's enough, isn't it? We're yeah. So Lizzie's got to go outside. It's that time of day or night. She probably wants another treat. We're almost done with their advent calendars, which is kind of sad. It's been fun to give my dogs treats every morning. Spoiled, spoiled, spoiled. So yeah, so again, if you like this channel, if you like me, go ahead and hit subscribe. Even if you don't like me, hit subscribe. Oh, that was, while we're talking about this, I'm looking at my shirt, I'm going, oh, that's what I want. So I have my lovely black shirt that says, what are you training for? And I'd stand up and show you, but then it says life, motherfucker. It's by Fellow Flowers, which I love. And I'll link them below too. Anyways, I got, so everybody's sanitizing everything, which is great. Love that. But some of the chemicals that they're using on shopping carts, I now have like these, almost like a bleach mark. Do you guys think that if I put my shirt with some black grit dye, that I would dye my shirt back so that it doesn't have those marks? I mean, it can't ruin it, right? I mean, it's already kind of ruined because it's got bleach marks on it in weird spots. Yeah. So let me know if you've got an idea, because I just want my shirt to be... I've ruined several shirts at this point from shopping cart bleach, which is better than COVID, but I like my shirts. And especially because the ones that are just plain t-shirts, like whatever. But like this shirt, or like I have my one from the Running Through the Trees last year, which is the Bob Ross run up here in Michigan. That one got bleach mark on it. So I'd like to be able to save these. So that said, it is now a 50-minute video, which I was not counting on being that long. But we covered a lot of ground. We had a lot of fun. At least I did. And now I'm going to bed. Have a great week. Remember to get out there and do something epic. And if If your epic is that you put on clean shirt and showered right now, I will cheer you on. Go you. Glad you did it. If that's your epic, then that's your epic. If you want to scale Mount Everest, I'm going to cheer you on. Of course, it's going to be over a radio, a walkie-talkie or something, because I'm not climbing Everest. And we're still on Stitch All the Things very clearly. So that's it. Again, I will do a whip parade probably this weekend. Hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better. And we'll go from there. Have a good week. Bye.